This is Into the Fire.
I'd like to welcome the mature age prospect, high-marking defender, experienced impact player, Tom Highmore. Nice to meet you, Tom.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Now, first things first, mate. Congratulations on your excellent year for South Adelaide in the SANFL this year. What was it like playing in the SANFL compared to the NEFL?
Yeah, I think it was definitely a step up. There's a really good depth amongst the SANFL, and there's some really good players running around. But that's to take nothing away from the NEFL, which was a really strong comp too. But yeah, I found like it was definitely a step up this year for sure.
Yeah, it would have been. Now, you're a smart footballer with good skills on both sides of the body, a really good one-on-one player too, and show great leadership and professionalism. Great job, mate, on not giving up on your dream.
Thanks, mate. There's some nice words there.
Oh, no worries. Now, you were part of the GWS Giants Academy program in 2016. That must have been really disappointing when they didn't take you in the draft. What did you take from that experience? Because you've really progressed from that disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I probably didn't deserve to get drafted in 2016 in my draft year. Unfortunately, I had glandular fever at the start of that year and battled that throughout a bit and was kind of just playing catch up for the rest of the year. But yeah, look, I definitely don't hold any grudges or anything against the Giants. There are plenty of better players picked ahead of me. So yeah, I've got nothing against them for sure. So who knows? Opportunity might come up. We'll see.
Sure it will. Now, you went to Canberra and played for them in the NEFL, where you were named in the NEFL Team of the Year. How's this for stats? You averaged 24 disposals, 9 marks, and 5 rebound 50s. Now, that is a breakout season.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky to be able to play that role across half-back where the team puts a lot of faith in me and tries to give me the footy and trust that I'll use the footy well. So yeah, we had a really good young side at Canberra, all coming through kind of that same mould. So yeah, I suppose just pretty lucky to get on the end of a couple of cheap kicks across the half-back line. I think always helps and makes the stats look a bit better.
Yeah, it does. Now, the general manager of Canberra said this: Tom has been an integral part of the Demons program since joining in 2016. His character, leadership, willingness to play different roles and commitment to driving the standards of off the track saw him elevated to his club's vice-captaincy in 2019. That sums you up really, doesn't it? Do you think these years of not being in the AFL has made you even more ready for a shot at it?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Like I said, I probably wasn't ready to be picked up when I was an 18-year-old kid. I was probably just a little bit raw, I suppose, and probably just not professional enough. But a couple of years playing at state league footy, and I've been really fortunate playing with some really good players across the last couple of years. Some guys who have come off AFL lists and some guys who have gone to AFL level. And particularly through the Giants Academy, I was lucky enough to play with a lot of guys who ended up on AFL lists across heaps of clubs, who you keep in semi-regular contact with as well. But yeah, no, there's some pretty nice words from Sean, no doubt. But yeah, I think definitely now is the most ready I've been to play AFL for sure.
Yeah, and you look good.
That's right.
That's okay. So what was your main motivation moving to South Australia? And what made you pick the Panthers?
Yeah, so Jared Wright, who's the coach at South Adelaide, had come across and watched me a couple of times last year and had been in contact. And I had played in the NEFL for 2 or 3 years, and I played there from when I was about 17 onwards, but really played regular footy from 18, 19 onwards. And then after playing 60 or 70 games and playing at a pretty good level, I thought it was probably my time to try in a different league. And everyone always spoke about the SANFL and the VFL being strong competition than the NEFL. So I thought a bit of a lifestyle change and try and finish my uni degree over here. And yeah, so it's been good and it's been a great change for me.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now, I've done some asking around about you, and they say you're so courageous that they want you in trenches in war. People love you. Is the people skill something you've always had, or have you tried hard to develop these leadership qualities?
I'd be interested to do a bit of contract tracing who you've got that information from. Nah, I suppose it's just the way I've been brought up. Love being around people. I'm pretty terrible company by myself. Don't know what to do with myself. But yeah, no, I just love being around people and making friends. And I suppose it's something that comes pretty naturally to me. I'm pretty outgoing in that sense. So yeah, I'm definitely one that's, I think, needs to be surrounded by people majority of the time.
Yeah. Now, you have that unique ability to play both on bigs and smalls. Is being so versatile your best qualities? Now that you have matured as a player, what attributes do you bring to a possible AFL club that you may not have when you were younger?
Yeah, I think that versatility is key. I suppose I've been able to keep growing over the years, obviously, and started to fill out a little bit more and put on a little bit of size. So I think when I was probably 18, I might have been about 188, 189 centimetres and maybe 83, 84 kilos. But now, a bit more mature, I've started to grow into my body a little bit, I suppose, and at 192 or 193 centimetres and at 90 or 91 kilos, I can still have the ability to play on the smaller types and be proactive and play in front of them or try and get in a few wrestles with some of the bigger boys. So I suppose that's one attribute that I think AFL clubs seem to like, that you can play a range of different roles down back or potentially go into the midfield or down forward. It's yeah, I think the potential's there. It's just hopefully the opportunity comes.
Yeah, they are good attributes. Having been through the disappointment of not making it, does it make it easier or harder going into the draft this year? Because you're good enough now. I know you are. I suppose what you take out of that is that nothing is ever guaranteed. Are you nervous about the draft?
No, I'm not nervous. It's definitely the most excited I've been for the draft. I think this year, given that there's a small chance, I suppose, that you can get taken, you go in definitely with a little bit of excitement. But no, I think it's still an easy process into the draft, because in the last couple of years, I've been going into draft night knowing there's virtually no chance of getting picked up. So for me, it's more exciting than anything to be able to go in knowing there's a chance that one of the clubs might read your name out and your life might completely change in that split second, which is, yeah, really exciting. And it'd be a dream come true if it did.
Yeah, and it would be very exciting. Now, you're being talked about for a reason. One of the most important facts of the modern day game is intercept marking, and you led the league in that this year. You were the 5th highest for disposals in defenders, and your hands are so beautiful, you should be a hand model. They're scouts, that's why you should take them.
No, thanks, mate. Again, you're flattering me too much. I probably don't need the ego boost. No, yeah, my hands is something I pride myself on, taking intercept marks. That's the role I played for the Canberra Demons when I was there, and coming across Buff, our coach, that was the role he gave me. And it's good that the players support me. Like it probably isn't a completely telling stat some of the time, because your teammates are often blocking out for you and they get no recognition for that. But it's something I definitely appreciate, and them blocking out and allowing me to leave my man or to try and beat my man one-on-one and back myself in to take my marks. I suppose that's why I can get a game each week and potentially picked up.
Now, you had an ankle injury this year. How is that now?
Yeah, we've come a long way. It was pretty frustrating, obviously. I got injured about halfway through the year and missed a 4 or 5 week block, and then unfortunately came back a week early and hurt myself again, and yeah, got a couple of games back in and then hurt it halfway through our preliminary final against Woodville and finished the game on the pine again. So it was, yeah, a bit of a frustrating to play 3 games where you can't even get a half in. But coming along really well, had a good little bit of break at the end of the year and was able to get away and a bit of holiday up to Cairns, which was nice. But yeah, just been, the ankle's fully rehabbed now and been about a month into a really solid running block. So it's good, feeling just about as fit as I have ever.
Yeah, at the time, they would have been very frustrating.
Yeah, well, definitely. You want to be out in the park and supporting the boys, and particularly coming into a final series. We had really high hopes and unfortunately fell short. And yeah, I didn't play up to my own standard towards the end of the year too, which was frustrating.
Yeah. Okay, so let's line up the questions, buddy. If a cameraman walked into your room right now, how would they find it?
Clean. My room's always clean and organised. I have to make my bed. I hate coming home at the end of the day and not getting into a made bed. And my room's spotless. The rest of the house might not be so clean, but my room's always clean.
That's pretty good. You have to cook for a first date. What's your go-to?
First date, geez, that's probably a trouble for me. Haven't had one of those in a while. I don't know, maybe just take them out, maybe go do an activity of some sort, shoot hoops or walk along the beach or tennis or something that a little bit different maybe, not straight into a dinner or something like that. I'd like to get to know them a bit first, I suppose. But yeah, I think you're asking the wrong bloke, mate.
That sounds pretty cool though. If you had to either sing or dance in front of a crowd, what would you choose?
Oh, dancing without a doubt. And I'm a terrible dancer, so that's saying something about my singing, I think.
Yeah. If you get to invite one person over for drinks, who do you invite?
LeBron James.
Yeah. Very common one.
Yeah, I think a
It
few of
would
the
be
boys.
a good one though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
If your mum said you were bad at something, what would she choose?
She'd say I've got terrible patience, but if she said I was bad at something, it would probably be changing my bed sheets.
That's an interesting one.
So something a bit different, a bit rogue there.
Oh. If you had to play a superhero in a movie, who would you choose?
If I had to choose a superhero to play,
Mm.
I would go with Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, take that for sure.
Yeah. Well, Tom, I'm so hopeful you'll crack your AFL dream because I, like everyone, love a story. Imagine a young guy who has toiled to make the AFL, comes out into the first game, gets sent forward for a team lifter and kicks the goal that sends your team and crowd into elation. When that happens, buddy, and your dreams are realised, you can't just stand there and do nothing. The epic moment needs an epic celebration. Don't panic. I have it. Into the fire.
Thanks, mate. That's unreal.
That one will go with you.
Will, I won't forget, that's for sure.
Alright. I can't thank you enough, Tom, for chatting to me today. You're a great bloke, and I'll be crossing my fingers that you get to show the whole footy industry the great player you can be. Good luck, buddy.
Cheers, Liam. Thanks, mate.
Thanks so much.